Hi guys, how are you? How good are you when somebody criticizes you? Can you take criticism well? Question to be pondered upon. Most of the time, people do not like to be criticized. I agree with that completely because there are a lot of people who criticize to get back at you, to be really mean to you. I'm not talking of that criticism. That criticism, even I don't like. No, that's not the thing. But what I'm talking about is healthy criticism, critical appreciation. That is very essential. In Marathi we say, निंदकाचे घर असावे शेजारी. Like there must be a critic somewhere next to you or around you in your space. Why? Because when you're criticized, you may not like it, but when somebody is telling you something you're criticized, there's a scope to change. There's a scope to improve. In our filmy world, there are lots of people who are sycophants. They will never tell you the truth. Especially when you go for a trial show of a film. Nobody ever tells a producer or a director or the actor who's acting in that film, oh, I didn't like the film. Though others say you may not have liked the film, but nobody will ever tell. And everybody thinks, oh, the film is a big hit, everybody liked it very much, everybody liked it very much. When it's out in the theatres, it's a flop. Okay? So please appreciate criticism. And even if you feel it is mean or whatever, still listen to it. Listen to it. There is some message for you in it. There's a scope for you to improve. There's a chance for you to get better. So criticism is not always bad for you. In fact, it is very good for you. Accept it. Allow it to happen. Now when you people interact with me on the YouTube and when you suggest something, I don't take it as criticism. I don't say, what nonsense, why is this person saying this is not right and this is not good, or the sound or the music or this, that. So I always tell myself, if somebody has suggested that this is bothering them or this is appreciative, we must take it into consideration, otherwise it won't improve. We won't improve, I won't grow, I won't improve. So be ready for criticism. Don't get angry. Your ego doesn't have to go up every time somebody says, I don't like the way you are dressed. I don't like the way you talk. I don't like the way you look. I don't like this thing about you. I don't think this you did well. Fine. So you can always ask, tell me what is it that I did wrong so that I have a chance to improve. Sometimes their comments are really very, very useful for you to improve. If you feel that whatever that other person has said, no, it's not applying to me, or it's not hitting you right, and maybe you're not with that, fine. You don't have to take everybody's opinions, but please accept them, appreciate them. So this was my question: how do you take criticism? Everybody loves to be appreciated. Nobody likes to be criticized. Nobody likes a suggestion from somebody else. Nobody likes their mistakes to be pointed out. It's a very common thing with human beings. So this is one factor about spirituality. It makes you very tolerant. It makes you very accepting. You will not criticize somebody or you will not pass a judgment against somebody, but you will tell them. There's a way to tell. Criticism also can be said in a very gentle and a softer way. It's not to hurt somebody. It's not to be mean to somebody. That's not done, because obviously person, if you're mean to and you're hurtful, it's not going to be appreciated. Nobody. It's not going to be appreciated by anybody, and nobody likes it. But there is always a way to put things to the other person. You can always say, can I make a suggestion? I mean, this is all very nice, I liked it very much, but can I make a suggestion? Maybe if you changed your tone of talking, or maybe you change something in this, or when you're cooking, if you probably not add so much of cheese or so much of butter in what you're cooking, it'll be a little healthier. So there is always a way to criticize. Okay, so you may be criticizing, but the word criticism has a negative connotation. Instead, use a word like a suggestion. May I suggest? So you become softer, the other person also is welcoming your suggestions. He's more approachable, he's more welcoming. He said, yes, you always say, yes, please suggest, So you say, can I criticize you about something? This person, excuse me, I'm sorry, I don't want your criticism. I'm okay with the way I am. See, this is how the immediate reactions are. The whole expression changes and the whole relationship between those two people change. Okay? Having said that, not everybody will say, may I suggest, not everybody will say, they will just criticize. You, if you're on the spiritual track, remember this, if somebody is criticizing, there is some chance for you to improve. It is for you. Let that person feel he's criticizing. But you can learn so much from that one criticism. So always take everything on the flip side. Don't take it at face value. Everything has a flip side. Everything has a good side to it. Understand? So these are small changes which you can bring in yourself. If you are criticizing somebody, please tell them, may I suggest something to you? Now that you know and you're hearing this video, you know how to tell people if you want something. And please don't get offended if the suggestion is not taken. Again, that's another big issue which people have. Oh, I suggested her, but she never bothered to listen to me. It's okay. Her opinion, you may suggest, but don't impose a suggestion on somebody. Don't expect that person, because you suggested, must take up your suggestion. It's fine. It's a suggestion by you, not the demand or a command. Okay? Because somebody does the same thing to you, you may not appreciate it, or you may not like it, and you may not take the suggestion. So just the way you need your freedom, the other person also needs his freedom. So respect each other's thinking, values, whatever. Okay? It doesn't mean that you gave a suggestion, मतलब ये ब्रह्म वाक्य है, सामने वाले को मानना ही चाहिए. ये गलत है. That doesn't happen. Okay? So these are few things. Like if these kind of changes you can implement, if you can put in your daily life, lot of things inside will change. Your thinking will change, your perception will change, the way you look at somebody else will change. You will not look at every person critically. You will not go for everything finding out faults. I know in our film line, the television and all, when people are watching, they're watching where is this person making a mistake. They're not watching the scene, they're not engrossed in the scene or the performance, but where is this? Oh, she's worn the same sari again. Oh, she's changed her earrings. Again, she's worn the... What are you sitting and doing? All you sit and do is just sit there in front of the TV just to criticize actors or criticize whatever's going on. So this habit of constantly being a critic, constantly finding faults in another person is not done. Let it be a healthy criticism. Let it be something when you can suggest something to another person, that person will also accept, yes, what you're saying is right, absolutely. You have a point there. This should be the response from the other person. Don't sit there just deliberately somewhere or the other finding faults. In my videos, when I'm doing, I find such people also who are just there, just finding faults. There's no critical appreciation, or there is no nice suggestion. Many a times, not all. Most of them are very, very good suggestions. Let me tell you that. But there are some who are critical about something. So I laugh at it, it's okay, because that becomes my nature, so that's fine. But not everybody likes it. So in fact, when I read all that is the reason why I thought I should make a video on this, so that change the way you speak. Little bit of change of words makes a world's difference. So something like that, may I suggest, if it's okay with you, if you don't mind, can I make a suggestion? These kind of words, they sound kind. They don't sound aggressive. They don't sound hurtful. Okay? So when people say that they're spiritual or they're spiritually inclined, I listen to the way they speak, not with me, but with other people. How you treat others when you're not being watched is your test. Yeah, so when your guards are not up, when you're not being watched, when your guards are not up, your true nature comes out. For example, in our film world, when I watch and observe other people, other actors, actresses and all that, they probably don't know that they are being watched by me, but I'm observing them. I'm observing them, and they come into asliyat pe aa jate hain. They come to their own original nature, the way they shout at their staff and the way they are at the staff. And when they know the whole set is there and everybody looking at them, they're very, very sweet to their staff or people around them. If they are caught unawares, not guarded, then they are a different roop comes out. A different behavior comes out. That's when I know, okay, the original nature of this person is this. Lot of people put those masks and have a facade when they are with people. Okay, so you catch yourself unaware. You ask yourself when you're not being watched by others, how are you? How are you with your staff at home? How are you with people who are working under you? Ask yourself this question. How critical are you about things? Because same can reflect to you. Same thing can come back to you. So your basic nature, when you say I'm spiritually inclined, ask yourself, are you really? These are very small things. These are very small shifts you can do. But it starts there. They may look small, but they have a tremendous effect internally inside in your personality. A big effect. It has a big effect. It may look very small, but the way you talk, the way you approach, your smile, the warmth in your eyes, all that matters. So the spiritual growth, all these things happen naturally. You can't change the look in your eyes. You can't change the tone of your talking. It has to happen. It has to become. Okay, so that is what you have to remember about criticism. So my dear friends, please welcome criticism. Please welcome suggestions. That will only help in your growth. Don't get offended. Don't let your ego come up. It's okay. Everything is just okay. Try doing that, think about it, let me know what you feel. Thank you very much.